Hello everyone, my name is Dee. Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome back if you have been here before. Today we are going to be doing a quick little reading to see if you are on your person's mind, and if so, what are their current thoughts about you and about the connection itself. As always, this is a general reading, and with that said, please take what resonates and leave the rest. If it does not resonate with you, then it is not meant for you. With that said, pile 1, we have rose quartz. Pile 2, we have amethyst. And pile 3, we have red jasper. Hello, pile 1, my rose quartz pile. Let's take a look at whether or not you are on your person's mind, and if so, what are they currently thinking about the connection and about you? Okay, what is on their mind? Pile 1, let's take a gander. Okay, we've got temperance, so heck yes, you're on their mind. We've got the Four of Swords, but they ain't doing quite much about it. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. They're taking their sweet ass time. We've got the Knight of Wands and the Judgment card. It's, to me, almost seeming like they are trying to determine, almost like they're trying to determine the proper pace to go at when it comes to this connection. Okay, because the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles are two totally different speeds, let's say. The Knight of Pentacles is someone who takes their time. The Knight of Pentacles is going to represent somebody, in fact, at times taking too much time. And the Four of Swords would back that up. You know, the Four of Swords is going to represent that at times communication between the two of you might lack. The Four of Swords is going to represent that at times communication between the both of you might be lacking. Not to the point of the two of you being no contact, or it being, well, for some of us, of course, in honor of take what resonates and leave the rest. The Four of Swords can at times represent no contact, but I feel like here, in addition to all the other cards, for most of us, it's maybe low contact, where there's times where communication is less or more dependent on maybe how often the two of you are seeing each other, or how often the two of you are in one another's lives, let's say. So that Temperance card is immediately going to bring up that, yes, you are on this person's mind. When it comes to the Temperance card, she represents so many different things, but it's definitely could be a strong indication of this person really feeling like you are someone that has the potential of being their person. So it's kind of like, yes, you're heavily on this person's mind, but they don't seem to be doing much of anything about it, at least not right now. I feel like it's interesting to see the progression, just because the Four of Swords can indicate, as I said, at times no contact, but I would say more so for this situation, it's low contact. You know, like the two of you might not be in one another's lives full time type of thing. Four of Swords can also indicate somebody that wants to take some time to rest and reflect and think about what it is that they're going to do. So some mild plotting and planning. And as we can see with the Knight of Pentacles, this is where they are taking their sweet ass time. The other thing that I want to say is the Knight of Pentacles versus the Knight of Wands are, I would say, quite opposite. The Knight of Pentacles, again, they like to take their time. The Knight of Pentacles likes to think things through. The Knight of Pentacles likes to plot and plan. The Knight of Pentacles likes to, at a base level, let's say, have a plan about how it is that they're going to move forward in regard to a situation. And in regard to the situation, it would be you. I would also say that the Temperance card is going to bring up wanting to deepen the level of commitment within a connection. The Temperance card is going to bring up that at the end of the day, when it comes to this connection, there are mutual romantic feelings, that there's mutual respect toward one another. There's equal time, effort, and energy at times, which to me can also signify when we move forward and we see this Four of Swords Knight of Pentacles combo, that you yourself at times may not really be in this person's life full time. You at times may also be trying to think of ways in which to move this connection forward. But immediately after, we get this Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands is hot, he's fiery, he's passionate. The Knight of Wands is indicating to me that when the two of you are on, when the two of you are in communication, there's a lot of flirtation, there's a lot of chemistry, and there's a lot of passion between you two. The Knight of Wands could also signify to me that perhaps at some point in time, the two of you could have gotten together, as in hooked up with one another. Again, take what resonates and leave the rest. But the Knight of Wands is going to signify that there's been some type of, or it could signify that there's been some type of physical intimacy. And if it hasn't been physical intimacy, it's definitely been a lot of flirtation, a lot of charm, etc. And I feel like when it comes to this person, and perhaps even when it comes to you, it's almost like you're both trying to see, how do we maybe, let's say, move this connection forward past just the charm and the sexiness of it and the passion of it and the chemistry. How do we make it something more serious than it has been? Because the Knight of Pentacles is somebody that's serious. The Knight of Pentacles is somebody that wants to build a foundation of a relationship with you. And the Knight of Wands to me can indicate that maybe at times one or both of us is feeling like we've gone a little bit too far. And now it's almost like we have to backtrack. And what that's going to bring up for me in regard to that message is, maybe me and this person have hooked up, but I'm not just looking at them as a hookup. I want to look at this as something more serious. And it seems like to me the two of you with that Judgment card have made the decision that you do want something more serious from this connection. You want to be able to try to continue to maintain the chemistry and the passion and the sexiness and the fieriness and the excitement and the fun, while also transitioning this into a much more serious relationship. And that's what the decision is that's being made. And I feel like your person's already made up their mind. They want something more serious, but of course with the maintenance of that. And I feel like you yourself want there to be something more serious when it comes to this connection. And now let's get one or two more cards out here to see what it is that we are moving forward toward in regard to this connection. Okay, what are you? We've got the Ace of Swords, which to me is going to bring up clarity. The Six of Cups, which to me would indicate the building a friendship, but also trying to transition a friendship into being something more. So let's see if we could get one more card out here. And we have the Ten of Cups. Okay, so with that Ten of Cups, you and this person are going to be moving forward toward a much more serious relationship with one another. I feel like the Ace of Swords representing clarity. I feel like that Judgment card is basically you and this person coming to that sort of decision that you want to, again, I feel like for some of us, it's like we literally kind of want to backtrack. We want to make this so that it's not just about the physical and the fiery and the sexiness and the excitement, but also turn this into a much more serious connection than it perhaps currently is or has been in the past, maybe even in the recent past, also because of that Six of Cups. The Temperance card would indicate to me that there's reciprocation, again, reciprocation of feelings, reciprocation of respect, and into the future, it's going to represent also reciprocation of commitment. And I feel like right now, you and this person, you want to give one another that clarity that there's strong feelings here, that there's romantic feelings here that are reciprocated. The two of you want to give and have made the decision that you want to give one another clarity surrounding basically exactly how it is that you feel about one another, that you want to move things forward, that you want something more serious, more committed, more long lasting. So I do feel like this connection for some of us, and maybe even a majority of us, there's been a focus on the physical, or there's been a focus on flirtation and chemistry, etc. And now the two of you are trying to backtrack to make this something more serious than perhaps it is or has been. Okay, and both of you have come to that decision. Both of you see something more. And when it comes to what it is that you are moving forward toward currently within this connection, we have giving one another the clarity based upon that decision, expressing your feelings toward one another, and learning that these feelings are reciprocated, and then really moving forward toward that committed romantic relationship that it seems like the two of you are hoping for and wanting in regard to this connection. So I hope that makes sense. Thank you so much, Pile 1, and I hope that everybody has a wonderful day. Hello, Pile 2, my amethyst pile. Let's take a look at if you are on this person's mind, and if so, what are their current thoughts about you and about the connection itself. So Pile 2, let's take a gander at what is going on in this connection. Let's see, are you on your person's mind, Pile 2? We have the Artist. So I would say that is a yes. This person's definitely idealistic about this connection. I would also say that this person has big dreams for the connection. And unfortunately, when it comes to idealism and dreams and fantasies of that nature, there's a strong indication starting us off with that this person might not be telling you how they feel. Like this person might be keeping their feelings close to their chest, but they're thinking about, they also feel quite passionately about it with that Artist card. And we have the Star jumping out next, another card of idealism. So what's on their mind? They're feeling very hopeful about this connection. The Star, to me, it's going to bring up, again, this idealism, this sort of dreaminess, this person feeling like you are the person of their dreams. So again, there's a lot of dreaminess, there's a lot of idealism, which again will lead me to say that at this point, this person has definitely not express themselves to you yet. I would say that that's a strong possibility here when it comes to this connection. The sad part of the Star is at times the Star can represent looking at someone as though they are unattainable to them, which means that this person might also be at times lacking in the confidence that they need to make that positive movement forward or to express themselves to you. But let's see what else is on their mind. We've got the Five of Cups. I would say the Five of Cups here is mainly going to represent insecurity on this person's end. That this person is at times quite insecure with themselves. We've got the Five of Wands, highlighting that this person is basically like fighting with themselves over this. And what did I lose to the floor? I lost Temperance. And it looks like maybe it's the Hierophant. And the Temperance card, yep, it is the Hierophant. The Temperance card is going to represent to me that this person is trying to come back into alignment on their own, let's say. Because we start out with the Artist. The Artist, again, is mainly here to represent, yes, you're on this person's mind. Yes, this person's dreaming about you, fantasizing about you, idealizing about you, and what the connection could be. Now we move forward to the Star. The Star is going to show us, again, it's going to reflect, like, as far as what's on their mind, they have very idealistic thoughts about you and about the connection itself, and they kind of feel rather crappy about themselves with this Five of Cups and Five of Wands. So that Star card is going to represent that they are hopeful. They're hopeful that something will occur here, but they also feel like you are unattainable to them, and they're still operating in this idealistic way. They're still operating in this hoping and dreaming land versus the land of actually making real positive, tangible movement forward, which I feel has a lot to deal with their insecurities and some sort of inner conflict, which again, I feel like is related to insecurities of their own. So this is the type of person, especially if you're feeling the same type of way about them, because the Temperance card to me can bring up that these feelings for one another are reciprocated. But the Temperance card to me is going to represent that this person's trying to bring this stuff into balance. This person's trying to come back into alignment. This person's trying to practice self-love and self-care because they see that this connection between you both has potential for a long-term future. The Hierophant to me can represent commitment, love, marriage, etc. So it's kind of like this person really feels and is hopeful that this connection one that they are hoping to build based on mutual love, respect, and commitment for one another, is going to result in a very long-lasting commitment between you both. But they're definitely fighting themselves on coming forward, and a large part of them fighting themselves on coming forward has to deal with the insecurities that they have. Now, the Five of Cups, it can also bring up things such as sadness, anxiety, depression, heartbreak. So to me, that Five of Cups, it could also be indicating that this person at times isn't exactly the nicest to themselves, which again, maybe has to deal with their insecurities. But I would also say that there's a possibility that this person could have some type of mental or emotional thing going on, such as anxiety or depression. I also feel like that Five of Cups can indicate that this person is very much so fearing rejection. And I feel like with the Five of Wands, they're fearing losing you. In that regard, I would say that this could be somebody who's more of a friend, someone who's maybe a colleague of some sort. But it seems like to me this person's very hopeful about what could be, but they fear rejection so much and they fear losing you from their life. Okay, like they fear like if they are to express themselves and they get rejected, that this is not going to bode well for the friendship or the peer relationship that the both of you currently have. I feel like the Temperance card is highlighting that they're trying to bring themselves back into balance, that they're trying to resolve some of their fears, anxieties, sadness, heartbreak, etc., whatever the case is over here as it pertains to them. They're trying to resolve a lot of that so that they can come back into alignment, build up their confidence, and make positive movement forward toward a commitment with you. Now, I did the same thing for pile one. I'm kind of just going to pull like a couple cards. For them, it was sort of like a base question, but for you, I maybe want to see the likelihood of this person expressing themselves. You know, like, so yeah, I think that that's a good thing to focus on. Like, what is the likelihood of this person pulling themselves out of this? Because this is what they want to do. They want to pull themselves out of this. They want to stop with the fear, stop with the sadness, stop with the anxiety that's taking place, and make the movement forward already. But they doesn't seem like they have done much yet about this connection. It seems like it's still very much so in their heart and in their head. So let's see. What is the likelihood of them? We've got the Chariot. The Chariot bodes well. The Chariot is going to represent that this person is doing what it is that they need to do to begin to overcome the obstacles that we see in the fives. Okay, so this Chariot card, it's representative of this person being very determined to move on and to move forward from their fears, their anxieties, them fighting with themselves so that they can make real positive movement forward. And now with that, what is the result of this? Can we get a result or an outcome? Oh my God, the same freaking card jumped out for pile one. As a result or an outcome of them overcoming their sometimes you really can't make the shit up sometimes. So same exact thing jumped out for pile one. Maybe there's bits and pieces. Well, nah, it's a different story. It's definitely a different story. I was going to say, maybe there's some bits and pieces of pile one that'll resonate for you too, but it was a different story. But I'm seeing similar cards here for you guys. But either way, pile two, we're focusing completely on you. We have the Ten of Cups jump out for a result or an outcome of this connection. The Ten of Cups is absolutely beautiful. Happy family card, romantic fulfillment, etc., long-term relationships. So it does seem like to me this person is struggling with internal issues. There's really nothing that you could do for them, nothing that you could help them with, other than maybe being there and being supportive of them and allowing for them to do that healing work and that coming back into alignment work and coming back into balance work that they need to do for themselves. They need to build up their own confidence. That's not really something that you could provide for them. With that said, I would recommend when it comes to this situation allowing for things to unfold naturally, because it does seem as though your person is doing what it is that they need to do. They're overcoming the obstacles. and the challenges that they are currently having within themselves. And it seems as though as a result or an outcome of this connection itself, we are moving forward toward this 10 of Cups, happiness, fulfillment, long-term, long-lasting, committed relationship, etc. So they might still be in dreamland. They might still have things that they need to figure out. But I would say even at this current moment, they're figuring the shit out that they need to figure out, and they're doing what it is that they need to do, and they're making positive movement forward for themselves so that eventually they can make positive movement forward when it comes to you and when it comes to this connection. I really hope that that resonates. Thank you so much, Pile 2, for allowing me to read for you today, and I hope that everybody has a wonderful day. Hello, Pile 3, my red Jasper pile. Let's get right into it. Let's see. Are you on your person's mind? And if so, what are they currently thinking about in regard to you and in regard to the connection that you share with them? Okay, Pile 3, let's take a gander. What is currently on their mind? Are you on their mind, Pile 3? Let's take a look. What is going on? We've got the Four of Wands. I would say yes, with the Four of Wands, you are on this person's mind. They're thinking about the stability and security that you bring to them and bring to their life. I would also say with this Four of Wands, this connection is making them feel very welcomed and warm and comfortable. There's just a lot of beautiful, warm, fuzzy, tingly types of feelings that come through with that Four of Wands. So now let's see what is on their mind. I love that message too with the Four of Wands of feeling welcomed and feeling like you belong, like this person is feeling, or they're looking at you and feeling like they have truly met someone that allows for them to just be themselves. They feel very comfortable around you. They feel very trusting, like of you and with you and around you, like they can be themselves and they're not being judged or anything of that nature. We have the Eight of Cups, which is interesting. So let's see what they're thinking of doing with that Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups, that can represent positive movement forward. So let's see what it is that they want to move forward toward. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Pentacles. So this person is really building you up, in my opinion. Like this person feels very strongly about you and they think very highly of you. And now in a more so romantic sense, what are we moving forward toward? We have the Star. They're very hopeful about the future of this connection. They're hoping to deepen the level of commitment within this connection. I would say with that Queen of Cups, one of the first things that the Queen of Cups will bring up for me is that this person is wanting to move forward toward a deeper commitment. And then the Star card in regard to relationships is going to quite literally indicate that this person wants to deepen the level of commitment between the both of you. And they're very hopeful about the future of this connection. I do feel like that Four of Wands, yes, it's meant to represent, yes, this person has you on their mind. But I feel like the rest of the cards that jumped out here really signify how let's say committed this person is and how much this person wants to see this connection last a very long time, you know, the long haul, etc. This person's really looking at you as a long-term, lifelong partner. I would say this person definitely views you as marriage material. This person is thinking about maybe, let's say, big picture things. It might be the way to put it. You know, this person's really considering things along the line of marriage, which leads me to believe that some of you are either currently dating this person or are even in a serious relationship with this person. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. If it does not resonate with you, it is not meant for you. But I would say that for some of the people watching this, this is somebody that you are perhaps already in a committed relationship with. I feel like if you're watching this to see if your man or woman has you on their mind and what it is that they're thinking about the future of this connection, this person has, you know, engagement, marriage, kids, if that's what the both of you all want with one another, on their mind moving forward into the future. Okay, I feel like that Eight of Cups is mainly here to represent that the two of you are making positive movement forward. I feel like this person, they look at you as being somebody who's very strong, someone who has a lot of courage, somebody who has a lot of strength, somebody who has a lot of confidence. And I feel like for them, with that Eight of Cups, it's almost like they themselves are beginning to take on those qualities that they see in you or that they feel like you have. Where they themselves, they're now moving forward. They're mustering up their inner strength. They're trying to do everything that they need to do to be the best partner that they could be for you. Because with this Queen of Pentacles and Nine of Pentacles, they really admire you. They look at you as the most beautiful person on the planet. They look at you as somebody who is providing for them, providing them with support, maybe providing for them in a financial way, although that's reciprocated. You know, I don't feel like this person's a bum and you're like supporting them. I feel like it's more like this person feels like they've met their match, like they've met their equal. I feel like this person looks at you as somebody who's incredibly confident in themselves, very courageous. You're somebody who makes, like, I want to say too, in a career sense or in a money sense, it's like you're somebody that, first of all, is very well off or doing very well for yourself. But there's this strong message that I'm getting from this combo of cards where it's like this person really feels like you are... oh goodness. The message is along the lines of you being a move maker. Like this person feels like you make a lot of moves, a lot of positive movement forward. And I feel like that, again, is especially in regard to your career or in regard to you financially. You are somebody who continues to, let's say, climb that ladder. You're doing very well for yourself. Highly successful, highly abundant, highly prosperous. They really look up to you and they feel like you've made major moves within your life that have really set you up. And it's like that part of you is something that they really admire. They admire your successfulness, I guess is the way that I could sum it up. They also, I would say, really admire the way that you make moves in whatever way that you yourself feel that you are making moves. And then that Nine of Pentacles to me is really, yet again, it's going to bring up physical beauty. It's going to bring up that this person just finds you to be someone who's very graceful, somebody who's very gracious and giving and loving and supportive, especially with that Queen of Pentacles. You're somebody that they feel very supported by. And again, not in a financial way, not like you're supporting some bum right now, but that Queen of Pentacles is also this indicator of you being someone who is just very loving and comforting to be around. We then have the Star, and the Star to me is going to represent this person looking at you as the person of their dreams. Again, bringing up physical looks, but there's a lot here also about your personality. So they really feel like through you, they've met the total package. They want to make positive movement forward. They want to continue to deepen the level of commitment within this connection. They're very hopeful about the future of this connection. They have high hopes. They really feel like this connection is, let's say, making some moves when it comes to deepening in its level of commitment, and they feel like there's a lot of long-term potential. And I pulled a couple of other cards for the other pile, so I want to do the same thing for you, pile 3. I feel like here, to me, this is definitely a connection that's moving onward and upward. Maybe we could try to pull for a time frame. Maybe we could try to pull for, you know, other things that are on this person's mind when it comes to this connection. We have the Chariot, which to me, the Chariot is going to represent Cancer season, so I'm not going to pull any other cards. We have Cancer season that's coming up in really just a couple months. I would say, what is it, like toward the end of June is Cancer season, June to July. So with that said, something major might be occurring within this connection within the next 2 months or throughout Cancer season, which the Chariot would represent. To me, there's a wide array of things that could be going on here, but at a base level, this would be you and this person deepening the level of commitment within this connection that already seems to be quite strong. One final word, one final thought, perhaps, of what this person is currently thinking about when it comes to you and when it comes to the connection itself. Let's see, can we get... Ooh, we've got the Wheel of Fortune and the King of Cups jumping out. and the Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck, yet again bringing up positive movement forward. So there's a lot of good coming to this connection. My pile 3, to me, this King of Cups and this Wheel of Fortune is definitely representing, yet again, positive movement forward being made. This person feels very lucky to have you in their life. This person feels very loved and supported. You and this person are definitely moving forward within this connection. There's a lot of love here. There's a lot of respect. There's a lot of mutual commitment, mutual loyalty. The two of you together are really just focusing on, let's say, deepening the level of commitment within this connection, being there for one another, being and feeling comfortable with and around one another, wanting to move things forward with one another, looking at one another as marriage material. And that Wheel of Fortune I really love, because that to me would indicate there's a lot of positivity coming to this connection. There's positive movement forward being made within this connection. The two of you are moving onward and upward, deepening the level of commitment, really feeling quite lucky in love, let's say, to have and to be with one another. Overall, just a lot of positive things coming to this connection. And I feel like the Wheel of Fortune, it's going to bring up change, positive change that is. And I feel like the positive change is really the two of you moving this connection forward. And again, we seem to have a time frame via that Chariot of over the course of the next 2 months. Really, I guess it would be 2 to 3 months, since Cancer season will stem from June into July. So pile 3, I really, really, really hope that this one resonates for you. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. Thank you so, so much, pile 3, and I hope that everybody has a wonderful day.